What is up? Welcome back to our channel. Once again, it's HOUR, our channel. Once again, it's me, your bearded bro, QuickSilver 15, back with another video. And today we'll be reviewing the final act. The final act of Arcane, the last 3 episodes. As they say, all good things must come to an end, and sadly, it is the end, at least for this season of Arcane. Because apart from that sad news, there is excellent news because it has been renewed for season 2. So we'll just have to wait and see where the Piltover guys go on from here. Cue intro. So, Arcane, the third act of Arcane Season 1 is essentially the culmination and trying to wrap up all the remaining loose ends started in Season 1. We have, of course, the rising tension between Piltover and Zaun, and of course, Jinx's slow descent into madness. Of course, we have Jace struggling with his newly acquired power, and of course, Victor struggling with his disease, and of course, we have Vi, Caitlyn going after Jinx for their own reasons. So reason number 2 on what makes Arcane such a great show is the animation and the stylized scenes. Some of them was just breathtaking. Although one scene I had to call out for, kind of being disappointing is Vi's fight with Savika. What's her name? Vi's fight with Savika, one of Silco's right-hand woman, and it was the scene where they were fighting in the last drop, and Vi has just gotten her Atlas gauntlets and they're going toe to toe, and there are a lot of times where it would cut outside of the bar and just show flashing lights. And the first time they did it, it was awesome. It was kind of cool. Again, it's very stylized, but the few times they did kind of was too much, and I kind of wanted just to see Vi and Savika going at it, because the times where they did show the two fighting was very awesome, and I wish they had shown that more aside, apart from just cutting out of the bar. Although, yeah, nonetheless, the fight scenes were super epic. I loved the fight scene with Jinx and Echo, the adult versions of Echo and Jinx on the bridge. That was very stylized. I actually love Echo's theme musics, because he had quite a few theme, or is it just one that would they played different parts of it? I don't know, but yeah, his theme was very cool, very hip-hop gangster, and which leads me to my next point on what makes Arcane such an awesome show, and it is the music with performances of a lot of artists. One notable one is, of course, Imagine Dragons. They also make a short cameo in one of the episodes of Arcane, which was really fun to watch. I mean, Imagine Dragons and League of Legends have gone a long way. They have sung a lot of the themes for the championship tournaments and whatnot. So yeah, it was fun to see them in 2.5D because it's kind of 2D now. Yeah, whatever. Again, if you've seen much of our act reviews, you know that we love Arcane, and I guess the show speaks for itself. If you've seen it, you know how awesome it is, and we don't need to really go too in depth about how awesome it is, because we did that in the past act reviews, and it just kept getting better with each act, and hopefully they managed to keep the pace with season 2. And again, we'll go into our rating, which is an epic, a solid, a vault breaking, and a mega death rocket explosive 10 out of 10. And we don't always give shows a 10 out of 10, which just means how awesome this show has affected our lives, because it really dwells in such dark and deep themes, especially with sort of mental illnesses, depression, and corruption, and a lot of things, which is just such an astonishing show to watch, and I highly recommend it. So with that said, let's move on to some of our fan theories on what is to come in season 2 of Arcane. So, you know, goes to say, potential spoilers ahead. So, and when we left off in Arcane, we see Jinx launching her Mega Death Hextech rocket. Well, that was kind of surprising to me, because I always thought that Fishbones was just a regular rocket launcher. It turns out it was a super Mega Hextech rocket launcher. So that was pretty fun to see. Well, of course, we get I think the opening of season 2 will be sort of the aftermath of that, and I don't know if the council members will die, but it will definitely spark off a war between Piltover and Zaun. Of course, Silco being dead, and of course Jace and their treaty is apparently blown away up in smoke because of Jinx's actions. Although there is a possibility that the council members will survive if Jace had managed to set up like a Hextech defenses around the council room. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's been working behind the scenes. I mean, it was such a surprise to see the Atlas gauntlets having the shield functions. Of course, we know that Vi in the game does have that shield buff, and yeah, that was just super interesting to see. But yeah, we don't know what will most of the council members die. Most notably, probably Mel will die and will trigger Jace into going to all-out war with Zaun, with the help of Mel's grandmother, who of course is a general of Noxious. And with that said, another theory I have is the person who killed Mel's brother is actually Darius, who is, you know, when they said her brother crossed the wrong man, I'm thinking that's Darius, and he's hunting down Mel's grandmother for, you know, personal reasons or whatever. But so another like fallout because of Jinx's action is probably and most likely Noxious is eyeing to take over Piltover, you know, to get their hands on those juicy Hextech weaponry. And so yeah, we may expect an attack of Noxious and the Horizon, and I hope it will be led by Darius, or of course Swain as well might show up. But that actually increases the chance of us seeing Urgot, because of course Urgot is sort of was developed in Zaun and became a weapon for Noxious. So I don't know if they will show that. Of course, Singed might have a hand in that, and I think also we might see, I'm really hoping, like Warwick, Dr. Mundo, and I don't know, some sort of scene where Singed is running around with poison or filling a room with poison. I don't know, I really want to see that, because again, Singed main since beta. So on a positive note, at the end of Arcane Season 1, we get to see at least a happy scene where Heimerdinger found a new apprentice in the form of Echo, and I think in Season 2 we'll get to see him sort of trying to develop his time warping capabilities, time warping tech, and or at least, you know, some sort of form of that in this season, in the next season, which I think it's gonna be awesome, because, you know, it just hurts what they did with Heimerdinger in the council, and I'm happy that he's finding a new calling in life, helping out the Zeonites or what have you. So another thing that might happen because of Jinx's actions is Well, if the Mega Death Rocket does manage to kill and injure most of the council members, I think it would prompt Jace to try and revive them, most notably Victor with his Hex Core, and that could trigger Victor's complete transformation into, you know, his final form of being like a cyber dude, you know, with a hand laser thing. I don't know how that will go into play, but maybe they will initially use that as a weapon against Zaun or Noxus, potentially. Yeah, that's pretty much all of our theories for next season. Hopefully we'll get to see other league champions again. Janna, as surprising as it is, but she is a Zaun character. First, Twitch, although some may argue that we have already seen him at some point. Is he the big guy in Echo's Fireflyer crew? I don't know, but there was a dude with like rat ears in there, so is that Twitch? Is he buff now? Is he cool? I don't know. Again, Warwick hopefully is. A lot of fans are actually suspecting that Sin took Vander's body and started experimenting with it, who will eventually turn out to Warwick. Of course, we have potentially again Urgot and many more. A lot of Noxus characters might come the next season. Will we see Riven? But actually her fall from the Noxus clan where she banished herself was actually an Ionian war, so not sure, maybe as a Noxian commander. But yeah, hopefully we get to see a lot more characters next season. Well, you know, just enough which is still meaningful to the story in a way. So yeah, who would you like to see in the next season of Arcane? What do you think will happen, and which storylines should Riot go for next? Please comment it down below. And again, that's the end of our video. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you'll be notified of our next videos. Once again, it's me, your bearded bro, QuickSilver 15, signing off. Peace.